so many people who drive past this building every single day and just kind of think, oh, that's a creepy old building. And they're right. It is certainly old, and it is certainly very, very creepy. But there is a lot of history in this building. It's one of the only indoor pools in the United States when it was built. And the building was absolutely huge. It had 2 pools. It had saunas. It had hot tubs. It had a barber shop and hairdresser. It even had offices and guest rooms for people that wanted to stay overnight. And this is at a time when indoor pools literally did not exist. So Mormon pioneers first discovered the Warm Spring in about 1853, where Cornelia Ferris stumbled upon that spot right there and called it a welcome retreat from the long road that they had been on. They discovered a warm spring in which they could bathe, wash their clothes, wash their kids, and cook their food, which is pretty awesome. Then they decided, you know what we need? Bathhouse right here. It's actually pretty cool. You don't realize that we have geothermal locations here in Utah. This is more like something you'd find in Yellowstone, but this is the Warm Spring. It starts right over there. It's still active to this day. Water comes up from the earth. It's actually very warm, and it smells like sulfur, which is why the bathhouse didn't last very long. They ended up closing the bathhouse after just a couple of years. It wasn't until the 1920s that somebody decided, hey, you know what we can do? Indoor pool. The Warm Springs plunge lasted until about 1946, when people got tired of coming out of this thing smelling like rotten eggs. So they capped the plunge and turned it into a regular freshwater and chlorinated pool. You can actually see the M in the word warm that used to be on the building when they first opened it, almost, more than 100 years ago. It's kind of a cool little nod to history as the stucco comes falling off. So that pool lasted until the 1970s. That's when the building had fallen into such disrepair that people were like, you know what? We're going to go to any of the other 100 pools in the Salt Lake area. So the building was closed, and it stayed that way until 1981. But from 1981 to 2006, it was the Children's Museum. This is the building that I have been trying to get into for 10 years. Literally, I have been pestering every city official I could find, trying to convince local cops and firefighters to let me go in the building and see what's inside. What is left? And the answer has always been a very passionate, a very resounding no. The building is unsafe. In fact, you can smell the mold coming out from the building. You can smell it from the parking lot. It's disgusting. But we have been granted a special invitation to go in and check out the inside of the Warm Springs plunge. Okay, so I'm inside the Warm Springs building. I have special permission to be in here, so please do not attempt to come in here on your own. It is an active construction site, and honestly, it's not safe for the general public, at least not yet. There are crews working tirelessly to make this building structurally sound, which I can only imagine is just a daunting task, to take a building from the 1920s that has sat empty for so long and bring it up to code. But these guys, you can see all the scaffolding behind me in what used to be the pool. These guys are just doing amazing work. It's so cool. So this area here was part of the museum. The Children's Museum would have been on this side of the Warm Springs building until about 2006 when they moved over to the Gateway. Since then, this building has sat empty. Well, unless you count the people that have been breaking in and stealing all the stuff. Don't do that. Not cool. So that is where the Warm Springs Alliance comes in. You can check out their website right here. The Warm Springs Alliance is a nonprofit group dedicated to saving this historic structure. They have been working for years to get grants and raise awareness of the fate of the building as it slowly crumbles over the last 20 years or so. So there you have it, the Warm Springs building. My thanks to the anonymous construction crew that let me in, take some pictures, and to Sylvia from the Warm Springs Alliance, who gave me some dated photos, some historical photos, and some great information on how to save this building. We'll pick another site. In the meantime, like it, subscribe to it, and comment below on what you want to see next on Cool Stuff in Utah.